All right, folks, it is time to get into episode 2 of season 7 of Fear the Walking Dead. Now, this episode is titled 6 Hours. Now, folks, this episode will be premiering October 24th on AMC. And although because I'm releasing episode 1 and episode 2 review before then, that way I got to kind of navigate through this episode, not telling you anything that's going to spoil episode 1 for you. So I can't go into this one, with the awareness that you already know what episode 1 is, because you haven't seen it yet, probably because these reviews are coming out just a little bit early. But as always, if this is your first time checking out my reviews, then you know it's spoiler free. I'm just getting you hyped and getting you prepared for things you can expect in that episode. So again, this is episode 2 of season 7, 6 Hours. Now, the first episode we focused on Strand, and Strand is building his community in the place, the tower. But now we get to see what's up with Morgan and Grace. Daddy Morgan is in the house because they have baby Mo. And this has been a challenge for everybody, Grace, baby Mo, and Morgan, because, just because of the current state of the world, but also because now they have an additional mouth to feed, and things ain't just available like it used to be. And then there's other implications here, which I get to in a second, but ultimately food is limited, and the two of them are taking turns going out scavenging for whatever they can. But as we know, Grace's knowledge in the past with radiation, she says that we only maximum can be out for 6 hours. So they're taking turns, and they got a clock that determines how long they've been out, because they're trying to find food, not just for themselves, but for baby Mo, because she is hungry. Now, if you are sensitive to baby crying, this episode is going to be really tough for you, because baby Mo, she cries a lot. However, she is a lover of music, which happens to be her happy place, which calms her down. So, she's not crying the entire episode, but she is crying a lot. But also, when you're talking about everything that's going on, like Grace in particular, Grace is dealing with a lot of trauma, like a lot. She's just emotionally hurting, and she really lays down her emotions this entire episode. So you truly see her current state of mind. But honestly, the two of them are both dealing with PTSD after losing baby Athena. But, now they have their purpose in protecting baby Mo, and they're doing whatever they can in order to provide, to keep her safe and get her to safety, because they're trying to get outside the blast zone, the fallout. And, that means that they now have to journey outside of the submarine to find a place where they are okay, that has resources, and again, that's outside of the radiation zone. And while the two of them, Grace and Morgan, may not totally agree with each other in regards to certain decisions, they do both agree that they have to do whatever they can for baby Mo. Now, there's a couple of interesting things with this episode. They got this new slimy crater walkers or whatever. They're from a crater. And because of the radiation, so they're like slimy, they're gooey, they're yucky, but it's kind of cool, I'll say. And every season they always try to do something unique with the walkers. And this one, we've seen radiation walkers before, but these are pretty cool, I have to say. But one thing I will, while I'm thinking about it, one thing I will note about this episode is that it's not without flaw. There was definitely some things in this episode that I didn't agree with logically, but I kind of got over it. But again, I think that, as we get deeper and deeper into the season, a lot of these things that I was kind of about, I think it's going to kind of work out. So we'll see. But the last 10 minutes of this episode truly gets out of hand. Like, things get crazy. Morgan, man, he's kind of relentless, I'll say. Like, and, we do meet these other characters, Fred and B. It's not too much I could say about them, but I will say that their interaction with Grace and Morgan is really interesting, and it's kind of jaw-dropping, I'll say. This it's weird, but it's kind of like, wow. Like, when you see B, you're gonna definitely, her story and everything is kind of like, wow. You'll see. But there's not much of a connection between episode 1 and episode 2. Episode 1 obviously focused on Shren and, his whole community and Will within the tower. This episode is now the perspective, the vantage point of what Morgan and Grace and baby Mo are up to. Now, there is a connection in this episode, but not much. And I'm not going to spoil that, obviously, but like to make matters worse, I mean, to make matters make sense, the 2 episodes are just showing you what one of our main folks of the Fear crew is doing, then they're showing you what another one. I would expect the next episode to show us what somebody else is doing, but like there is a small connection here between episode 1 and episode 2. But the last 3 minutes, man, is really nuts. You're going through a loop of emotions, some good, some crazy, and honestly, I think we have found out who our baddie is going to be in this season. And I have to say that this person is out for revenge. And whew, I can't say nothing else with that. But yeah, folks, again, this is episode 2 of season 7. Fear the Walking Dead. Can't wait to see what happens in episode 3. This one for sure is definitely setting up some things. I'm just wondering how it all gonna play out. So we will see. Jump in the comments, folks. Let me know your thoughts about this episode. Again, it will be premiering October 24th. But let me know your thoughts, your predictions, and so on until then. But stay tuned, because more reviews of Fear the Walking Dead coming to you very soon.